Actor Stephen Collins is facing serious allegations of child molestation this morning.
Yeah, Tony Zaza from CBS radio station 103.7 KVIL joins us now for a look at what's buzzing. And Tony, I mean, obviously it's Collins' role that he played for so many years that has everybody just surprised by this news. And then last night, LAPD had to go to his house.
Yeah, well, the story's traveled fast and furious, and the interesting thing is that the police have apparently had this admission on tape for 2 years. No word on why they sat on it for so long. But last night, LAPD got a phone call from a neighbor saying that there had been shots fired in their neighborhood at Collins' house. This immediately continued the media frenzy. Celebrities and some of the neighbors started tweeting. In fact, a former Reuters editor actually tweeted, LAPD did not have knowledge of Collins' condition, but confirmed that the actor shot himself earlier tonight. These allegations were not true. LAPD arrived at his home where no one was there, and they actually reached out and talked to Collins and his attorney. He's fine, everyone else is fine. So no one's sure really what this neighbor heard, but there were absolutely no evidence of gunshots fired at Collins' house. He is alive.
Okay, wow. So someone who makes headlines a lot is Miley Cyrus, right? So what we're hearing, she had a homeless date to the VMAs?
Yeah, you might remember back at the MTV VMAs, she actually had a homeless guy get up on stage and instead of her acceptance speech, talked about homeless in LA and in California and the issues behind it. Well, this guy, his name is Jesse Helt, and he was actually sentenced to 6 months in prison yesterday in Oregon. Apparently, he was arrested back in 2010 in Oregon for misdemeanor charges. He moved to LA and failed to meet up with a probation officer or fulfill his community service. So obviously, being on the VMAs, authorities went, there's our guy we've been looking for a while. But I did think this was interesting. He asked the judge would like to be viewed as a good person and not a nuisance to society, and that he would fulfill his 6-month term and then get back out and try to spread the word about the seriousness of homelessness in Southern California.
So maybe it leads to a good thing at the end of it all, and that's good.
I think so.
I think there's probably no shortage of people, Tony, who have hoped that they could make Nickelback go away somehow. And finally, somebody is kind of putting their money where their mouth is on this one.
I loved seeing this story yesterday. I personally like Nickelback, but a lot of people...
You admit that?
What?
I know, I do. Chad's a really nice guy, but there are plenty of people that do not like Nickelback. In fact, one guy in London is so adamant that he has started a crowdfunding page to keep Nickelback out of London. For $1, he'll send an email to management on your behalf. For $5, he'll do all caps and make it a little more forceful. And for $50, this is my favorite, he'll not only send the email to Nickelback's management, but as he says, he'll include an MP3 of one of their songs in hopes when they hear it, they'll retire immediately.
Oh, wow. Ouch. Ouch. I don't hate them. I'm just not a fan of their music. That kind of hurts.
Oh,
wow.
I love it. It's good stuff. All right, what's coming up after 7 this morning?
This morning, we kick off a Sam Smith Win It Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Listen for Sam Smith to play. Be the 10th caller. You win tickets to tomorrow night's sold-out show.
All right, sounds good. Good to see you. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, guys.